Welcome to Music Salon of Hong Kong U, CEDARS-General. I'm your host today, Wang Jizhong. Well, today we have our first session of the Music Salon for this semester, very unprecedented semester. We have to wear masks almost day and night. And we have our Hong Kong Dear Singer-Songwriters. We have Jude Tsang. Welcome. And Mike C.
Hello, I'm Michael C.
Yeah, and we have two singer-songwriters and also have some relations and also some close relations with Hong Kong U. So we're gonna review you're gonna review your own story later, right?
Yeah.
But speaking of singer-songwriters, you guys have brought your guitar. This could be a busking site later on, okay? And singer-songwriter has been going on for 2 decades. I don't know. Well, of course, you're still very young. That's why we want to highlight on new generation. Because before you guys sing or share your story, I want to know who are the most important singer-songwriters to you, maybe from Hong Kong or from US, UK, wherever.
To me, so basically, Avril Lavigne was like my first
source
of inspiration. Yeah, because it was just, when I think I was about 13 years old or even younger than that. That was when I first arrived into the UK. Well, actually a bit before that. But then like at an age where I'm kind of, turning into a teenager, rebellious and all that. I saw Avril Lavigne and she was just everything. Like, she was just like the perfect embodiment of that, a rock star basically.
Right.
And I've never really seen anybody, especially like a female artist, who would, play guitar and then sing their own songs. And she was just, I think it was like the whole image that really attracted me.
Yeah.
Because, she was just like a girl wearing like skinny jeans and then like she had this like tie.
Yeah.
And then there was like these plastic bands around her wrist, and it's just like, I've never seen anyone do that before.
Okay.
But to be honest, during that time I wasn't really like into music just yet. But it was just
the
like,
look attracts you.
yeah, exactly. It was just the look at first, but then like I think it's just everything afterwards. I think she's definitely like the biggest, like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it opens up the whole generation.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like, I would always think that if she started out right now, like in this generation, she would have been like much bigger than she was before, like even bigger than Taylor
with the
Swift,
viral
maybe.
digital social media.
Yeah, exactly. Because I just think that she's really iconic.
And how about you, Michael?
Actually, John Mayer is
John Mayer!
is the most important person to me and inspired me to keep playing guitar. And actually, I have no interest about guitar at first, just because my cousins grab a course and had discount if there are 3 people to play guitars. So that's the reasons I start playing guitar. But the magic happens when I listen to John Mayer and Khalil Fong. Fong. And then I was quite obsessed with the funky blues, funky music. So at that time, I keep learning and just grab some materials through internet because internet has a big power at that time.
Right.
So I just keep learning and seek the possibilities between the vocal and guitar playing. So John Mayer is really the biggest inspiration to me. Yeah.
Cool. Prior to your generation, I must say I was lucky enough to work with some of these, like Lam Fong at 17, Zhao Guoyin, and so on and so forth. I'm going to share with you all. You too. You can participate to date back of these important history of a couple of, I would call it Generation S singer-songwriter. It's representing a new breed of singer-songwriter, like including Khalil Fong. But before Khalil, we have a story back in the Mars Day, SARS, 2000. After SARS, there was a project called PoPo Embrace, and then we fly all the way to England, one of your second home, to record a song there, and we have a dance video. It's called PoPo. Let's go back to that history, and we have some more names and some more story to share with you guys. PoPo song, and if you feel like you want to dance, go ahead. And Cafe Pacific sponsor too.
Oh wow.
And now they'll come. Yeah, that's why we fly.
Bye-bye. Hảo啊，邊個就今日休息，邊個要嚟喺度。
刻出眾，愛真有用。
用念力砌一個夢，夢裏的國度將愛護送。
集齊人熱鬧鬧哄哄，扮一姐力擁抱。是有了愛的氣眾，用力抱擁，未怕面紅。
Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, raise your hands.Come on everybody, shake your hips. PoPo salsa music, come let's dance. Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, shake your hips. PoPo love again, come let's dance. 人路大道放聲歌唱，忘掉了聲色不漂亮。
大大力抱緊志上，藍臂將好。位上，
月票上了是大志向，來吧唱唱美麗真實。
若與世界不兩樣，
站站愛區下四面牆。
Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, shake your hips. PoPo salsa music, come let's dance.Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, shake your hips. PoPo love again, come let's dance.
Mr. DJ, do your thing. What? Making everybody sway, sway, sway.
Mr. DJ gotta make it. What's the estimating? Let loose, Latin grooves keeps you shaking. Heavenly making me taking track over sea. Write beats my cup of tea. Red teddy bear so passionately. Learn some steps, some Cantonese.
if you wanna,
If you wanna,
if you wanna,
if you wanna, if you wanna.
Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, shake your hips. PoPo salsa music, come let's dance. Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, raise your hands. Come on everybody, shake your hips. PoPo love again, come let's dance.
多謝，食飯。多謝啊，唔該晒。
PoPo. So that's the song.
Yeah.
You can imagine after the pandemic, we had this production. We had this chance to invite most, if not all, the artists, singer-songwriters, or groups like 17. And we flew all the way to London, to Bath, to Willow Studio, to make this song, to do the dance, and then like street busking, right? But with the song and dance. And who did you recognize? Or who are your favorites? Yeah, Lee Man, and Jeff Fong, of course.
Yeah.
And then we did this song, and it started like a singer-songwriter family. We have a boat, we have a lot of busking, we have a lot of school tour. And after that project, we have a sequel of other guys. You know, Khalil Fong is also part of our family in the second batch. But we didn't fly to England. We went to Saigon. Still very good. Still somewhere very idyllic, close to the nature. And now I have to move on the camera towards you guys. Tell us your story. How have you become, a music lover first, and then singer-songwriter, busker, and then now award-winning artist and stuff like that. Let's begin with when you were so young, or one turning point or couple of turning points.
Why am I becoming an artist? Actually, it's because of a show, and this show is meaningful, and especially the host is Dr. Wong. The reason behind is I have a chance to go to a show called Peacemaker, right? So at that event, I was given a business card from the Sony artist manager, and maybe he just witnessed and maybe think that my music is interesting or something like that, and maybe asked me to send some demos to the company. So we have a smooth conversation, and we decide to cooperate. So I become an authentic singer-songwriter during my university time.
Wow.
Actually, I had a plan before meeting them. Like I planned to compose 40 to 50 demos before my graduations, and I want to send to all big records after my graduation. At first, this was my plan, but fortunately, I have the chance to get into the company before my graduation, and so I think another reason to inspire me or to motivate me to do music is because of John Mayer. He really gave me some inspirations like that, why guitar can be quite powerful, or why it's so magical to me. And I want to seek the answers. So I keep composing, I keep learning, and I think it's fun. And the most important things to keep me driving and keep me to go on is it's fun.
And this is part of the story that I always share with people, that if you make music, if you work hard, and you like you said, you have a goal, 40, 50 demos, and one day you'll be flowering and also blossoming. And how about you, Jude?
So it was kind of similar as well. So the first time I actually thought that music could be a serious career was when I won off like a singing competition. But it was like an online competition. It was hosted by a Hong Kong records company. But then I won that competition, but then it didn't, nothing really happened after that, because I was still in the UK studying. But then that made me really think that, people would actually be interested in my music. So then I started trying to write my own songs, because I was actually taking music technology A-levels back in the UK. So I learned how to, use my computer to compose songs and use the program software Logic Pro to do my demos. So I started writing that, and then I just sent a few out. It was like a really no-brainer kind of thing. I just sent my demos out, and it was like to one person, which was Robin Chi, who is my A&R right now.
Robin.
So I literally I came across his Facebook profile. Because I was just like stalking people on Facebook, and then I found his name, and I just kind of shot him a message, and it happened like that. So and then it's very similar to Michael actually. Then I met up with Warner.
Spotted. And, I so happened to listen to your radio interviews these past 2 days.
Oh, thank you.
On the channels I work with part time. And then the DJs ask you the question like Galaxy Go Lao Long, and then you have a big beat and then a new song sing. As a different evolution of the genre. Maybe you were very westernized, and then now it's a little bit more cantopop. Maybe that's how difficult or how natural, maybe, I don't know, because like you said, you have to discover, I mean, reveal how cantopop, that kind of secret, you're still on hold with that.
Yeah.
And maybe, do you want to say that first, and then Michael can react? Yeah, or respond.
I actually struggled a lot with transitioning my brain to write Cantonese melodies. I started out with listening to Japanese songs at first, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Because it has a lot more syllables, so it was easier for me to listen to that, and then I would transition into Mandarin songs, Taiwanese artists, and then I would listen to cantopop, because that was my method of trying to get in tune more with cantopop. And I know a lot of my fans would be like, oh, I like your style a bit more. It was more British rock pop. I still enjoy doing that, but at the same time, I feel like as an artist, we shouldn't really trap ourselves into a single genre. I think that everybody should be able to explore different musical genres, and I don't know, it's kind of like I have a lot of things that I want to express, so I can use different genres. And I feel like recently a lot of people, a lot of listeners would, they might not like a certain genre, or they might think, oh, it's not cool if I listen to pop, or I'm a very cool person because I listen to indie bands only. And I feel like that's just like, you're not
open-minded enough.
like,
give your own self a halo.
It's very, I wouldn't say narrow-minded, but I feel like you're stopping yourself from exploring a lot of music, and it kind of stops you from truly listening to what the song's about or what the artist is trying to portray. You're just banning it. So it's,
keep open.
Keep open-minded.
Well, we follow up with the question, right?
Cantonese
you still don't want to do cantopop yet, and that's some reason. Is it the technicality or mindset?
Actually, there is no special reasons, but I love cantopop, and I would like to do more Cantonese songs for sure in the future. But there are a couple of reasons that I'm still singing maybe Mandarin or maybe English later on. I don't know, but the main reasons is because of my company. They want to present the first impression of Michael C. Actually, I wrote songs and I wrote my demos in Mandarin and English for most, because it's quite, I can do it as soon as possible. So and I'm a guy cannot tolerate I'm singing da 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 la 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 for the demo. I need a topic. I need something. So my first batch of demos I sent to my company is they are both in Mandarin and English, and maybe those first batch of demos make them feel good, they just think like then we just do Mandarin. And also like if we gonna do an EP, like we already have three Mandarin songs, so if we have another 3 songs in another language, will it be not united, or we have some consideration about it. And so that's the reasons we are not still doing the Cantonese songs, but we will do it, and I love it for sure. So as a Hong Kong people, as a Hong Konger, I definitely want to do some Cantonese songs for sure.
But back to you, from busking to performing, or you just see a lot of live shows too, right? You can share with us, like back in the Hong Kong days, you like to bus a lot, right? With a lot of buddies, and how was that experience, especially Hong Kong audience? They're quite receptive already, right? Compared to 10 years, maybe 15 years ago. They always support, they always, give you a kind of eye contact, and sometimes to give you money, right? Yes, share about this busking culture.
Busking culture. I think I busked like 3 to 4 years before. Like I'm still a year 1 student.
Wow, so
and
young.
at a period of time, I busked with lots of friends, and I think some names are familiar, like Water Guan, also a Hong Kong student, and recently he started playing some jazz, and also Herman Wong from the Hearst
Oh yeah, the Harris band.
Harris vocal,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and we met at that time, and we just started busking and like in Central or in Tsim Sha Tsui at the time, and I think those was the time not they're not really intense because we know that sometimes we always have some news about too crowded, like there are lots of people to box and nowadays. But at the period of time, we are like for the first batch of buskers, so we are friendly and people are friendly, and they not only giving us money and also like they will paint for us, paint.
Oh
Yeah, I just draw.
Wow.
Draws, yeah, and I have several paintings in my home,
Wow.
and to keep. And sometimes I just take it out and just look at it. I just feel like so blissful, and I know that music is really magical, and it brings us together.
Yeah, thank you. I'm always appreciating, grateful young students or young musicians.
Thanks so much.
And the more grateful you are, you'll be there. Better. And how about some history of pop music? Like, well, you were so happy to join the John Lennon tribute, right?
Yeah.
In November, October,
Yeah.
also with Wang Yin. You guys
Yeah.
sing some songs together, and then I was happy to meet you again.
Yeah.
And then John Lennon, Paul McCartney. These are really, really just top singer-songwriters. This Lennon McCartney, credit or collaborations has been the world's top, I would say, top, composers or lyricists or storytellers or singers. How do you feel about these names, or are they or who else? Evan Levine or John Mayer are more contemporary ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the historical perspectives. And John Lennon really means something to you, right?
Yeah, I think John Lennon is a symbol of, I think both in terms of music and personality, he's a symbol of braveness, symbol of justice, and also love and peace. And I think it's way more important that we need to embrace all of them before we starting playing music. Actually, I think the most important things for a singer-songwriter is to express something else. But what do you want to express? I think it's mostly come from your orange or your nature of your emotions, maybe love, hatred, or other kind of stuffs. But you need to be real to yourself. So I think John Lennon tell us you need to be real because he is so real. He just sings out. He loves someone or he hates someone. If you want to fight for something, he will talk and he will sing for in a really authentic and a real way.
In the campus, we have a lot of young people. These days, we trying to make our future, and you guys graduated from what you love to study, or maybe what you like to do, and then you combine. And sometimes you have to make a choice. And these days, we also like to call people slash, 斜光族. And so your major was not about music. Your major was photography. Your major was econ and finance. And now you're into music. I'm sure a lot of our students here and out there would love to, pursue for their dreams. And then what they study might not be what they really love, but of course you have to, fight to the end. And tell us how the balance and how you have these ups and downs. I'm sure a lot of young people have these kind of challenge. Maybe you are still facing that too, to be honest, and what you want to do and how you achieve it. Share us about how when you're back then a university student, and then you got the chance to win the competition, or you got a record deal, stuff like that, and now you're picking up the pace and take off soon and all that.
I think nowadays music industry is getting into another phase to me, and I think everyone can be someone in the industry when we're comparing to before. Like you can just write and just publish by yourself, and actually they have more ways to present yourself out recently. and I think don't be shy. Don't be shy, and just keep hungry and keep foolish, and just like 愚公, keep hungry and keep foolish, and about your passions, and just keep writing, keep doing, and maybe you can follow my plan. Just
write a lot of demos
and send to more records
or stories.
So I think persistent is the key. So I think if I can do it, you can do it.
Yes.
I feel like you can do everything by yourself, or well, not everything, but it's very easy to get your music or yourself out there as long as you are persistent with it. And you know, there are a lot of platforms these days: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You can there are so many platforms for everybody to share music, and there's SoundCloud, and I feel like as long as you're brave enough to sell yourself, really sell yourself and post yourself out there, if it's good, like, it's gonna get noticed. So I think really now it's easier than ever. Anyone can be caught noticed by a record company or anybody, or so as long as you're brave enough, just put your stuff out there. It's okay to be criticized, because that is also a source of inspiration or motivation. I've been criticized a lot throughout these years, and obviously I still have my down moments. I still get upset about it, but all you can do is keep on improving. If I am loved by everyone, I don't think I'm doing my job properly. So there's always going to be people who are going to criticize you, but I feel like just listen to the ones that you think are true. Like, if you think your singing's not good enough, then like go singing lessons. That's what I've been doing anyways. But you know, you just have to keep on going, because nobody forced us to do this. We entered the industry ourselves, so we're gonna do whatever it takes to stay here, because we're doing what we love.
I mean, you might not be doing, creative work, or, your path might not be the same, but we all cross somehow, and the stories in the study to the current music career is also inspiring to every one of us, and who knows, our next job is. 好啦，講兩句廣東話，我哋好快再見。See you guys soon, and this is the third music salon sessions in this semester, but speaking of the coming summer and also the new semester academic year in September, we hope we can be facing each other real time and also face to face, like we used to do the music salon, and of course a lot of other classes too and activities. And meanwhile, take care, stay strong,
Stay safe.
Stay hungry,
and stay happy.
And drink more water.
Wash your hands.
Sanitize.
Be good to yourself. Love yourself, right? Just to
Love
leave us off.
yourself.
Love yourself, and okay,
Peace.
peace, love and peace.
Love and peace.
Yeah.